Barbara, may I introduce you Professor Dr. Carsten Baumgarth. He is the professor of the University of Economic and Law here in Berlin and an absolute specialist in brand management. Good evening, Carsten. Thank you for being here. As a specialist in brand management, please answer the question for us. Why are changes in brand management unnecessary?
Yes, I think our understanding of brands is still based on a very classical corporate design and brand technology school of thought. According to these approaches, a brand belongs to the legal owner of the brand, and the legal owner ensures that the consumers remember the brand with a clear positioning, a consistent appearance, and a corresponding communication pressure. This very simple approach worked very well for decades in a manageable, slowly developing, and clearly structured world. But today, we live in a VUCA world. The world is volatile, uncertain, complex, and ambiguous. Buzzwords like digitalization, artificial intelligence, co-creation, changing values, or the increasing polarization, not only in politics, require a completely new understanding and style of brand management.
Thank you, Carsten. What is your new brand manifesto?
Together with a team of scientists and an expert council of brand consultants and brand managers, we conducted a research project and analyzed how brand management should look like in the future. In order to focus and communicate our ideas, we published the so-called Brand Work Manifesto at the end of 2019. The format of a manifesto is not new, having been around for a long time in the fields of religion, politics, art, but it also finds itself in management. The idea is that the manifesto is always somewhat provocative and does not represent scientific research in the sense of the word, but rather provides impulses and aims to start a movement. We have used the manifesto of agile software development as a formal basis. This manifesto is the intellectual foundation for approaches such as agile management or design thinking. In total, we have derived 11 paragraphs, which we have summarized to the 4 meta principles: open, agile, digital, and authentic. In our view, brands must continue to follow the old laws of brand management, but the new orientations are becoming ever more important and are partly in competition with the old rules. Today, brands have to act much more open, agile, digital, and also authentic. In order to make our manifesto better known and to encourage brand managers, but also scientists to discuss it, we present it on various platforms. Before the Corona period, these were predominantly live formats. Now we use our LinkedIn group, Zoom, and Kahoot votings.
Thank you, Carsten. Let me ask you another question. Can this brand management also help us in the actual crisis situation with the COVID pandemic?
First of all, the good news. The past has shown again and again that strong brands survive crisis much better, and we assume that this will also be the case in the current global crisis. But we are also convinced that brands that are managed according to the 4 meta principles of the Brand Work Manifesto will survive the crisis better. When we analyzed the crisis itself, we were surprised how well the Brand Work Manifesto fits into this extraordinary challenge. For example, openness leads to brands being much more emphatic and open to networks and new corporations. Personally, I like the cooperation between McDonald's and Aldi, for example, who worked together very early on in the Corona crisis in the area of temporary employment and also spread this widely in terms of PR. There are many good examples of the meta principle agile. For example, the Berlin public transportation company BVG has made its Berlkönig shuttle service available free of charge to medical personnel. I also find the development of services for recommissioning buildings after the shutdown, such as those offered by Dres and Sommer, is a best practice and an agile approach. The digital principle is not only important for living and working in the home office, but also in the direction to customers. For example, the US toy company Mattel has made a large number of digital services available free of charge on its platform for children. And even the last meta principle, authentic, is important in the current crisis. Not all companies have to start producing protective masks and disinfectants, since the new products and services as well as the communication approaches have to match the brand. The CSR brand Werkhaus, which manufactures plug-in furniture and displays, now offers pluggable brackets with plexiglass for the shops. This is authentic and also an agile product. The approach of the brand Patrizia is also authentic, not offering any new services, but particularly emphasizing the aspect of responsibility and humanity in communication. In summary, I would like the crisis not only to be understood as a burden, but also as an opportunity to reflect and change not only things about yourself, but also about your brand management.
Carsten, thank you for the insights in brand management. Have a nice evening. Bye-bye.